Hi, Algebra 2 parents. I'm Miss Holden, and I am your son or daughter's Algebra 2 teacher. So I just wanted to show you our Google Classroom. So this first page right here is the stream, and that's where all announcements will be. You can see in the top of the stream there is a Meet right here in the banner. So that is a Meet link that the kids should click each day to join the Meet when they're at home. If they're using a phone or a tablet, this Meet link is not in the banner, but instead it's like a little video camera symbol. Or let me show you what it looks like. So if you go to classwork, it's right here. So this little video camera symbol will be on the top right for them. But looking back at the stream, so we have that Meet link that's in the banner that they click to join the class. Anything that's due in the next 7 days or over here on the left right here, if they click view all, they can see all of their assignments that are due. Um, and then the stream is more for announcements, so their classwork will not be in the stream. Attached to this video is also some contact information for me. So a phone number, an email, if you'd like to join the Remind class, that's just for parents, so you will not be getting all the announcement that the students get. Either Remind or email is probably the best way to contact me. The phone is not an actual phone that rings, so you would just be leaving a message, which is absolutely fine. And if you left a number and a best time to call you back at, then I can be reached that way as well. So all the classwork is in the classwork section, so I just click to that right there. The Meet link is also accessible through there. There's topics along the left-hand side right here. So you can see our first topic I'm going to keep at the top. So our first topic is Unit 1. So included within the topic, they have a calendar for the unit. So if they click that, they could click the calendar to see exactly what is due each day. And then these are each of the lessons. So if they click this, this will take them to a video that they're watching. So we are doing a flipped classroom for right now for this unit. We're going to see how that goes. They watch a video of the notes for homework and they fill in their notes packet or they take notes in a notebook. And then the next day they come into class and we do a do now, which is based on the video that they watched. We sort of do a little summary. I take any questions that they might have on the video, make sure they understand like the key concept that they should know from that lesson. And then we do practice together as a class. So they might, try a few on their own. We go over together as a class. We might do some together as a class. So that's how the class is generally working, at least for the first unit or two. And then we'll reevaluate and see how things are going. But all the lessons are right here. So everything that they're doing right each day. So that's all in Unit 1. And then as we move along throughout the year, there are 13 units. So there's a lot of content in Algebra 2. Algebra 2 is the third year of the math class that they're taking. So they already took and passed Algebra 1, and then they took geometry last year, and now they're taking Algebra 2. So they do need to pass and all the classes and all the Regencies for those 3 courses in order to get their Advanced Regents diploma. So that's part of it. So this is the Unit 1. Underneath the Unit 1, all the materials are here. So this will be where all the materials that they need for all of units. So the Unit 1 is just here right now. So each unit they get a notes packet, a practice packet, and a do now, and a calendar. So I've included the notes and the practice and the do now as a PDF. So some kids are doing it electronically, where they might get an extension that they can write right on the PDF. Some have gotten a paper packet in class or asked for a paper packet and then they write in that. Or some are just, taking notes in a notebook, and that's completely fine as well. The only thing that they are handing back to me is their do now. So the do nows are here. All the materials are right here in the materials section. Friday Google Forms section. So every Friday, they are not coming to a class at a specific time, but instead they have an assignment that's in the calendar, just like any other day. They're working on that on their own. I do have extra help or office hours where they can come for extra help or make an appointment if they need some individual help. In addition to that, on Friday, they're going to fill out this Friday Google form. So that's their attendance for the day. The extra help schedule is right here. So all extra help will be through a Google Meet. Extra help is on Tuesdays after school from 3 to 3:30. So it's a different Meet link than the one for the class. That class Meet link is just for during the class time. The Tuesday extra help has a nickname, Holden Extra Help Tuesday. And then on Fridays, there's extra help from 10 to 10:30. That would be for Algebra 2. And then from 10:30 to 11 by appointment. So this way, if anybody needs any individual help or they couldn't make a time from 10 to 10:30, if they had a conflict with another class, they can, take advantage of the other time. All of the beginning of year info and videos are down here. So we started off the year with a review of algebra, some equations and factorings that they should be comfortable doing. The student information sheet is here. So if your son or daughter has still not filled that out, they should fill that out. There's a video on how to use Google Classroom, a video on how to use Delta Math. That will be something else that we are going to use this year, either for review or for tests or just some practice. And the last thing I wanted to show you is the student syllabus is right here. So if I click on that student syllabus, all of my contact information is right here as well. So phone, email. There are 2 remind codes. One is for students and one is for parents. The students will probably be getting more messages, so I wanted to keep the parents separate just so they are getting fewer messages. And a little description of the course, which I already went through. It's a 3rd year of a sequence, and they are for students who are working on their Advanced Regents Diploma. There's a lot of content to cover. It's a difficult Regents to pass. But we certainly work hard throughout the year to get your son or daughter prepared for that. I don't really mind if they want to use a notebook or a binder, pen or pencil, whatever however they want to keep themselves organized. If they have a graphing calculator, great. If not, a good free app that I found for my phone was Calculate 84 that they can use. All school rules are, of course, going to be enforced at all times. This is the grading policy. So tests are always announced. They're put on the calendar. We always review for a test. All the tests this year are going to be open notebook as long as we're on virtual learning. So it is important that they are taking notes and being, having everything ready and preparing for the test and doing the review sheets. Quarterly or midterm, that is subject to change depending on what the school policy is. We have to see. In the past, the quarterly or midterm was probably equivalent to 2 tests. They do a due now each day that they come in, and we go over the due now. So that due now sheet will be handed in at the end of the unit. Since we do go over it, they should make corrections right on it. And that should just be a matter of getting 100 on that due now sheet. Spiral review is something that I typically do. We're not going to start right now, but maybe we'll start in a few weeks. It's typically 5 questions that are assigned every Friday, either on Castle Learning or Delta Math. And it's due the following Friday. So it's a cumulative review of everything that we've learned during the year. And of course, they are allowed to use their notes in order to complete that. They can ask questions during extra help in order to complete that. Classwork participation. It is important that they're attending class either in person or remotely, and that they're participating in class as much as they can, following along. I told them that it's really, they're going to have to, make sure that they're doing the right thing at home, because I'm not necessarily standing right next to them, making sure that they are. But, to work as hard as we can, ask questions when we don't understand something, and follow along with the class and do what we need to do. Homework is generally going to be watching that video, so they do get points for watching the video. When they click the link, it goes right to something called Ed Puzzle, which tracks whether they're watching the video or not. All grades are in Power School, so you can see their average at any time. This is just an explanation of how to join Remind, and of course you would be doing the parent Remind code. Remind is just a nice, easy way that you can send me a message, I can send you a message. Delta Math, so they should have already signed up for Delta Math at this time. they do have an assignment in Delta Math. They can use a personal email for Delta Math. The Google Classroom codes, and everybody's on Google already, so they already have this. My email is here again. The extra help, as we already mentioned, was Tuesday and Fridays. And then this is just a little explanation of the remote learning that we're doing. So they're coming to school 1 day a week and doing live remote learning the other 3 days, or some students are doing live remote learning for 4 days, and then Fridays are remote learning on their own. It is expected that they attend class on their assigned day in school, and days at the home that they are watching remotely. Attendance will be taken every day, including Fridays, in which Fridays they hand in the Friday Google form, and that's in addition to whatever assignment that we do have on Friday. As I already showed you, all the notes, the practice, and the do-nows, everything is in the Google Classroom. They don't need to print it. If they want to print it, they can, but they can do all work just right in a notebook. That's perfectly fine. A schedule of a typical day, which I already mentioned, watching the video for homework, doing the do now, and sort of emphasizing any key points that we need to, and then practicing. I think practicing in math is really the key to making sure that you understand how to do the concept that's being taught. And then down here was just for your son or daughter, just how to submit some answers, how to show exponents, how to upload work for a test. So some of our tests might be a Google form, some of our tests might be on a Delta Math assignment, and that's pretty much it. But I do want you to know that I do have my contact information that's attached to this. So the phone number's there, the email's there. Please reach out if you have any questions, any concerns, and I will try and help as best as I can. Okay, thank you.